All right, what's up, everybody? So today we really have no idea where we're going. I want to get the app turned on here soon. We're in Strongsville, Ohio. I'm thinking I might start out here since I'm here. There's usually some pretty good orders, but I don't know. I don't really know where, like, how I'm feeling. Usually once I get a few orders in, I'm feeling a little bit better about myself. So maybe we should just wait for this video to kind of start until then. But I just wanted to give you a little B-roll about my morning. Nothing crazy. Grab some water, some Gatorade. And yeah, so we're gonna get this app turned on and we'll figure out what we're gonna talk about. I have a couple ideas. Okay, so the first thing is I finished editing a couple videos last night and the day before. And if you watch my last video, you'll know that I was kind of on, I had to delete some stuff basically from my phone and my computer. I didn't know what I was gonna delete. I didn't know how I was gonna do it. I was kind of just sifting through my mind like, okay, maybe I could do this, maybe I could do that. You know, working with iCloud and external hard drives and storage issues, it's always a pain. But I figured it out. I figured out what to do, and I'll share that with you now. So basically on my computer, I was maxed out at 256 gigabytes. So what I did is I created a new account, like a new administrator account, okay? So that's what I did. I created a new administrator account and then I deleted the old account. So when you delete the old account, it basically removes all documents, all pictures, all videos, everything that, you know, everything that's on the Mac HD, the hard drive on the computer, is just wiped. So it's a clean slate now. So now I feel a lot better about it. You know, I was a little bit worried, but I've done so many backups with my external hard drive on my Mac Mini that I feel pretty safe that I have everything. And I quickly made sure, like, all my music creation like songs from Logic Pro X, I made sure that those are all saved. So we're good there. We got a new account. We're starting fresh on the Mac HD, and on my phone, I have deleted all old iCloud photos, and then up until the past week of these YouTube videos the vlog videos that I've been making. So we are good. We're good to go. We got a lot of storage, so we should have no issues making a video this week. So I feel a lot better about that. Just another quick tidbit. So when you create a new administrator account and delete the old one, it actually keeps all of your applications on your computer, okay? So that's the big thing, you know. If you just create a new guest account and then delete the administrator account, I don't even know if you could do that, but basically you'll lose all your applications. So I wanted to keep my Logic Pro X, I wanted to keep my Splice, my Spotify, all my music stuff, and I wanted to keep the computer the same. I just wanted to delete all the files. So I did it, and we're good to go. The next thing technically that I need to figure out is my screenshots. So I might have to, I did some research, and I might have to reset my settings on my iPhone, because when I take screenshots, you know, for like Uber pickups, it takes a few seconds for me to actually hit save. So sometimes I miss out on a match for a delivery because, you know, it just takes too long. I remember taking screenshots and it would just automatically save to my camera roll. So that's like the next technical issue that I'm working on, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. No, but when you reset all settings on your iPhone, you lose out on like Wi-Fi passwords, I think some other kinds of passwords. So I kind of want to wait just for a little bit till I'm like next to my Wi-Fi. I mean, it's not a real big problem, you know, resetting the Wi-Fi passwords, but it's like, you know, if I want to get those screenshots back to normal, back to factory settings, It's basically throwing the screenshots into like markup, so I can like draw on them, and I don't really need to draw on my screenshots. I just want them to be saved into my camera roll so I can quickly edit them, afterwards. Okay, so it looks like school's just getting out. So it's kind of busy on the road right now. I just flipped on the app. But today we are listening to Duncan Trussell Family Hour podcast. Pretty cool. I haven't listened to him in a while, and he just created a new podcast, so I figured I'd kind of dive a little bit deeper into his, podcast. He's pretty funny, comedian, But anyways, I flipped on the app, so we're just going to wait for an order here. We're in Strongsville. We're heading towards Brunswick area. Okay, so I did a little digging. I went to settings and I typed in screenshots, and it came up screen capture. So I clicked that, and then there was something to toggle called full screen previews. I guess I had that toggled for some reason, so I toggled that off. So hopefully now moving forward, screenshots will just be in a little thumbnail in the bottom left-hand corner. So all good there. Okay, so we got our first order here at Home Depot. I think the pickup is either in Brunswick, but it's heading towards Medina. So I like this area, so I'm gonna hit accept, and we're gonna start our day here with this Home Depot order. That reminds me, time of day. Like, what is the best time of day to do Uber Eats driving? And I will say it kind of just depends. But something that I want to strive for in the future is to get up a little bit earlier, to get after it earlier. I've just been working on videos so much lately that I've been getting to bed later and later, and sleep is important, so I don't like getting on the road feeling tired. I like getting a full rest in and having, food in my stomach before I get out on the road. It just helps. It helps everything. So I'm not really too concerned about the time of day, because there's money out there all day long. It just really depends on your mindset. Like, am I going to do this for, 4 hours? Am I going to do it for 6 hours? Am I going to do it for 8 hours? It depends on your work ethic and how long you're going to be out there for. But I will say that I do want to get after it earlier, get those early orders and get my day started, because after I pay off my truck this month and the new month starts, I'm going to be pressed for money a little bit. Money's going to be a little bit tighter. So I'm going to have to make my goals higher, and I'm going to have to work a little bit more to quickly get that, car payment in. But anyways, getting after it early, I think is going to be a new goal for me. Maybe getting out there around 6 or 7 a.m., taking a break around noon, and then doing a few more deliveries and getting home, before the sun goes down, and so that I have some more time to do other things, like go for walks and fly the drone, and because I love flying the drone. I actually haven't flown the drone in the morning, really, but flying the drone like around golden hour, either like when sunrise happens or sunset happens, is a beautiful time. So yeah, getting up earlier, getting after it earlier is definitely on my list to do. Another quick nugget of information. When you're doing Uber Eats driving, you always want to update the app. So you go to the App Store and you just type in Uber driver and you hit update, because sometimes the app will update overnight or over the weekend. You just never know when the app's going to update. So I always like to double check that every couple days, hit update, just so that, dispatch is, knows that I'm up to date. And it usually helps with pickups and the maps and, locations. And so just something I like to do. Yeah, I want to get up earlier so that I can go for walks. I would like to start working out again. So that's, on the agenda, in the near future. Lifting a little bit of weights, going for walks. I think it's really healthy to do, and I've just not been doing it lately, so I don't feel my best, but I have been hitting my monetary goals. So I'm like, it's a give and a take. You kind of have to balance everything. But as far as food goes, I've been doing really good on food. I've been eating every single day. I usually fast for a certain period of time. Like, I'll eat dinner and then I'll fast until tomorrow's lunch or dinner. I usually try to eat at least one meal a day, if not two. But yeah, I've been doing good in the kitchen. It's just I haven't been working out, that feeling of like I have this energy and I need to get it out. So I do want to get back to working out. Super important. Here's a quick question. What's the longest drive that you've ever done? Whether it's for gig working or like vacation trips, or even just, taking a drive. Like, what's the longest drive that you've ever done? And also, do you enjoy driving or do you hate it? And do you ever just go on walks just to think? Like, what do you do that, like, clears your mind? Also, would you ever fly a drone? If so, which drone? What drone do you have? I'm curious. I also want to know, like, do you watch YouTube for entertainment or for, like, learning stuff? And now that we're kind of spitballing questions here, what's a job that you had that taught you a lot? We like to think deep here at Cut Finger. You know what I'm saying? We like to get into it. Looks like it's one item, but it's not in the lockers. We got to go to the service desk. Who knew it'd be $11 to deliver a grill cover? I'll take it. Okay, so here's a pretty good order. $25 for 19 miles. It's headed to Wadsworth. So what I'm gonna do is, what I like doing is, when I'm going to an area that I'm not sure about or that I don't think there'll be some good orders out there, I like to pause trips. So I think I'm gonna pause trips after this. Hey, $36 for the first 2 deliveries. Can't really beat that, but I want to head back towards where we're at now, which is in Medina, because there's good orders there, So we're going to pause the trips here. We're going to go do this quick 19-mile trip, and then we'll head back. But yeah, today seems to be pretty good so far. It's kind of funny when you talk to ChatGPT, you know, sometimes they'll give you advice, you know, about your current situation or any questions that you might have. It has some sort of a personality to it. And I remember doing some research about making money as a gig worker. And I remember getting this advice saying, you know, stay away from long drives. And I mean, of course, the idea of staying away from long drives, like you want to make as much money as in short amount of drive as possible. But personally, I love long drives. You know, I love a good 20 miler. You know, I mean, I got to make sure I'm getting paid for it well. I don't want to just accept it if it's under $10. But, you know, when you're getting more than $1.25 per mile, you know, it's pretty good. So ChatGPT gives you advice sometimes that you kind of just got to take with a grain of salt. You know, it's like, stay away from long drives. Well, I love long drives, so why would I do that? So you kind of have to pick and choose what you want to hear. It's not always going to be exactly what you want to hear, but I like ChatGPT. So I may have shared this before about which gig apps that I use. So currently I use Uber Eats, Uber Driver, and I just do deliveries. I don't do shop and deliver orders. I don't do ride sharing. I just do delivery orders. So that's my choice. You know, I know that I could probably make a little bit more money if, you know, I did do ride sharing and if I did do shop and deliver orders. But I found that shop and deliver orders just, they frustrate me because a lot of times, you know, if you're accepting the right way, you know, a lot of times it's really difficult to communicate with the customer whether or not, you know, something's available. Like if something's not available, and you don't communicate with the customer to get a, you know, a refund or to get a replacement item, it affects your score. And I don't know. I found that deliveries for me are great. You know, I love doing deliveries. I may have told you this too before, I don't know. But this is my 10th, I'm going on my 10th year with Uber Eats and Uber Driver. So nearly a decade, you know, and I still have the job. About a year and, well, I guess early 2025, I downloaded DoorDash. So when I got back into gig working, I was doing DoorDash and Uber Eats. And I got into a sticky situation and I actually got let go from DoorDash due to a background check. But Uber Eats kept me, even though they did a background check as well. So, you know, I would say get as many gig apps as possible as you can. You know, I even applied for Grubhub, but they haven't accepted me yet. So I've just been sticking with Uber Eats. And, you know, I don't know how the other apps really work anymore, but you can make good money, you know, just with one app. You don't have to be, you know, switching between apps all day. I mean, I'm sure there's ways that you can make more money doing that, but I feel like it's a little too complicated. I like to just keep it streamlined, simple, one app, one opened app all day long, and then, you know, take pauses and breaks when you need to. I don't really feel the need to have all these other apps because especially with taxes, it just gets complicated. So, yeah. The other reason why I don't do rideshare anymore is because, well, for one, I don't have a back seat. And you kind of need a back seat when you're driving people around. I was living in my car for a few months, and I removed the back seat so that I could sleep back there. And I'll show you more about that in another video. But yeah, I just don't feel the need to have a bunch of people in my vehicle. I like my space. I like to be by myself. And that's just what I choose to do. So today I'm grateful for being healthy, you know, for being healed, and for the process of healing. I've said this before, but I've been injured, you know, a lot. And I guess on good days when I'm feeling good, I just don't always think about, you know, when I was injured. You know, I remember it, but I just, you know, you don't think about it when you're feeling good. So today I'm grateful for that. Just being happy, healthy, and healed. It's just a wonderful thing, you know.
Right?
Yes,
Okay.
just the one. Thank you.
Thank you.
Who knew it'd be 25 bucks for a little bottle of pills? Okay, so this is a pharmacy pickup or delivery, so we have to get a signature from Joseph. And just remember, you know, don't sign it for them, because that would be considered fraud. You always want to do the right thing and get a signature from them. So Joseph was having a tough time signing in the little box, but we figured it out. So anyways, we paused deliveries for now. We're in Norton, Ohio. We're going to drive through Wadsworth and back up towards Medina and then flip on the app because I'm not really familiar with this area, and I kind of want to be in an area where I'm familiar with. So let's go. Okay, so quick update on the college course, the editing course that I was going to take. Today's the 27th, so it looked like it's already started. You know, I think it started yesterday. So it looks like we're not going to do that this semester. I mean, there's always an opportunity for me to go back to college and really get into the technical skills. But after, you know, just about a week of making YouTube videos and vlogs like this, I'm seeing progression. You know, I'm working on myself, and I'm taking the steps to better myself. So I don't feel the need to spend, you know, more money on a course like that right now. If something comes up where I feel like I really need it, I might join again. But at this time, this semester, this year, we're just going to take a pass, and I think that's okay. So we are headed back north from the Wadsworth, Norton area. We're going to head towards Medina, Brunswick. And we're just going to take our time today. There is no rush. I know sometimes I can feel like, oh, I got to hurry up, but really there's no reason to hurry. We're making good money. We're doing it in good time. Dinner time's approaching. I'm not feeling too hungry yet, so there's no need to take a break. But we are charging up our drone, and we're just trying to take it easy today. No monetary goals. We're just going to go with the flow and see where it takes us. But it would be nice to make a little money. So we're just going to head back here and wait for some pickups. All right, so we're back in Medina. We just flipped on the app. We are going to kind of wait around for a nice order here. I'm not going to accept anything that's too low. And then we're going to head towards Brunswick, and hopefully we'll find something. Like I said, it's about dinner time, so orders should be coming in here soon. But we're going to try and not accept these lowball offers anymore. Because the past couple days I've been doing pretty good with that. But yeah, let's just wait around and we'll see what comes in. Okay, so we're here at Speedway. I just figured I'd get a quick bite to eat. Nice hot dog. Got some barbecue sauce and some mustard on here. Not bad. All beef. You know what? We're still waiting for an order. It seems to be a little slow right now. So we're going to actually head into Brunswick, I think, after this hot dog. You know, I'm not diabetic, but I am kind of interested in my blood sugar levels, you know? It would be nice to kind of know at what point during the day should I eat and shouldn't I eat. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not diabetic, but I know that there's some apps and some things that you can do that they can give you those numbers. That also reminds me, I should get my blood checked. Testosterone, things like that. I don't know, just thinking. Well, that was cool. I was just leaving Speedway and I noticed a buddy from high school. It's always good to see people that you went to school with, you know. So it's been about 10 to 15 minutes with the app on and no hits yet. So we're gonna find a little community that hopefully will bring in some orders. It's almost dinner time, so let's roll. All right, here's a sweet little order. $10, 3 miles. Don't mind if I do. We're just gonna wait a couple minutes. Looks like it's ready. Wow, another great order here. $19 for 9 miles. So we're gonna go drop off this Aladdin's first and then see where this other pickup is. Nope, looks like I'm dropping off this Aladdin's first. So, when you're patient, things can come to you. Well, that's a bummer. It looks like Los Cantoritos doesn't fulfill Uber Eats orders, which is a little strange, I will say. But I just called Uber support and they canceled the order for me. So, looks like we're gonna have to wait for our next order. No big deal. But yeah, you know, it's a little unfortunate. Big orders like that, you know, got my hopes up. But oh well. There'll be more. So, we gotta wait. All right, let's head to Walmart. $12 for 7 miles. You know, I've been practicing slowing down mentally. It's a fast-paced world out there. And I've kind of stopped worrying so much about how much money I'm going to make and how quickly I can do it. You know, when you're out on the road like this, it can get stressful. You know, at every turn you encounter someone new. So, you know, you will pick up on vibes from other people. So I've just been trying to slow down mentally and take it easy. I enjoy these simple days, you know, and the freedom that this job gives me. It's really nice to have a job like this where there's no one breathing down my neck. You know, I'm not stuck in one place all day. I'm able to look around and see new people and places. It's really enjoyable. That was a little bit of a workout. But hey, can't complain. You know, we got 2 more orders for Walmart. And we're just at about $50 so far today. So not too bad. Let's keep moving though. All right, so we just finished that triple banger with Walmart. And I think I checked the app and it said around $60 so far tonight. So we're doing pretty good. I'm gonna keep going though, just to see what else we can get. Who knows? You know, it's 7:27, and the sun's gonna be going down here in the next hour. No rain, wind is pretty low, so we're gonna have to find a spot to fly as well. And I was thinking maybe right around here, Medina Commons, like the little town square, I think would be interesting. Weave in between, you know, some trees and stuff. But yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting for an order and looking for a spot to fly. So yeah, let's keep it going. And you know, it sucks we didn't get that big $20 order from that Mexican restaurant. And you know, sometimes you got to put out little small fires, like with this last order here for Richard. You know, I needed to get his ID and check his sobriety because he said he ordered beer. But when I showed up to his house, I didn't have any beer for him. So, you know, I had to call Uber support and, you know, let them know that I don't have the full order. And then I checked my notifications and it said that they removed something from the order. So again, putting out like small fires like that, you're going to have to do that from time to time. And that's just a part of, you know, being an Uber driver. So, you know, when you run into those situations, just take your time, you know, call Uber support and, you know, just do your best. And, you know, don't sign for other people, like I was saying earlier, because you don't want to have any fraud charges against your account or anything like that. So just always try to do the right thing and, you know, let's fly. Okay, we had to do a little U-turn here, but we're getting some good orders today. $10 for 2 miles at this pizza place. Let's roll. Okay, we got this pickup here, but I'm not sure where parking is. It's right on the corner of this pizzeria. I'm gonna turn right and hopefully we can find something over here. We might just have to kind of walk to it. Unless we can get front row. I think so. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, so golden hour is approaching. So we gotta get our flight in. But I'm not sure exactly where to park. I mean, we probably could fly in here, around here, through the trees, above the trees. I don't see why not. But yeah, we're in Medina, Ohio right now. Boy, that pizza smells so good. You know I had to get me a slice. $6, tipped him 120, no problem. We're out here making money, feeling good. Let's keep it rolling. It takes money to make money, people. What can I say? When your boy's hungry, your boy's hungry. Yo, check out this massive New York slice of pizza here. Fresh out the oven. So anyways, we're right here downtown Medina, and we got about an hour until sunset. I'm thinking this might be a good spot to fly the drone, but again, I don't want to like piss anybody off. I could just throw the drone on top, or we can fly, somewhere else. I just really don't know where to fly around here. I think it would be kind of cool to fly the drone through here, but there's people walking their dog, and there's people just kind of sitting there enjoying their day. So we'll see. People are eating ice cream, I don't know. I think we can do it though. Okay, so we paused our trips here. I'm debating on whether or not I should fly the drone right here. But we're gonna dive into this pizza for a minute. I don't think I could eat all of this. It is massive. Crispy bottom. Pepperoni is good. Cheese isn't bad. That's a slice of pizza. What do you think? Should I fly in this downtown area? I don't know, man. Could be kind of cool, but it's super risky. Look at that. About 5 stackers of pepperoni right there. 5 stacker. This thing is massive. Pretty good, pretty good. We gotta decide. Fly or no fly. Nothing illegal. I'll bring you back. Okay, here we are. I'm taking a risk here, people. All for the shot. Let's get up in the air and fly around. Wow. This is risky. It feels risky. I've never done this before, man. I don't want to scare anybody, but look at that. Downtown Medina. Tree surf a little bit. Wow, see, I'm not even talking. This is kind of serious. Never done something like this before. I want to go through those trees, but there's a bunch of people walking and stuff, and I don't know. We're just going to return home. Man, that was wild. Right in the middle of the, right in the middle of everything. That was wild. That was wild. Yeah, so I've never experienced anything like that before. I think I might flip on the app and see if we can get some more orders in tonight. It's almost 8 o'clock and sun goes down I think at 8:50, so I'm charging the drone up again, so maybe we can fly again at sundown. I don't know, it might be too dark though. But whew, that was fun. Right on. Yeah, we're gonna pass on that order, but we're gonna accept this Walmart order. Okay, so we have officially entered night mode on the app. And I'm gonna stay out here for some more deliveries. I feel pretty good today, you know, so far so good. It's been a good day. Got a nice little flight in there. I don't know where we're at as far as money goes. I think the app says about 62 bucks, but we should have a little more due to those tips. So we're just gonna pick up these two orders here at Walmart and keep going out here in Medina. Looks like hardly anybody's here. There's one person here, so we should get our orders pretty fast. There's my buddy. So yeah, as far as the drone goes, just a quick update. I only have one battery, so that's why I pick and choose my flights, you know, like I do. I wish I could fly more. I wish I had more batteries, but I just don't at this time. They're pretty expensive. So, you know, until I get more batteries, we'll be able to do longer flights and kind of enjoy ourselves a little bit more. But I'm okay with it, to be honest. You know, having one battery kind of keeps me humble. It allows me to get up in the air, you know, at least once per day. And I just got to kind of wait to charge it. I think it takes about an hour to charge up fully. So there's a possibility we could get another flight in today, but I don't want to like lead you astray. I don't know if we'll be able to fly again tonight, but I love flying at these golden hour times. You know, the sun makes everything look golden and it's just a beautiful time to fly. So anyways, that's on my list of goals, is to get more batteries for the DJI drone. Okay, so we're gonna take this big hitter, triple banger at Walmart, $40, 22 miles. Let's go. Okay, so far today we're at $82.01, and this big $40 order is gonna bring us to over $120. So that's just about the easiest $120 we'll ever make. We're here at Walmart. We're just waiting for our 3 orders. Feeling good, you know, can't complain. These days have been great. So, yeah, let's just be patient here. It looks like we're the second or third person in the parking lot, so might have to wait a minute, but hey, what can I say? $40 for 3 orders. 22 miles, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, so 1 of 3 is delivered. We're headed to number 2, and I just paused the trips for after this, so I'm gonna go home. I think we're done for the night. So I'll bring you back and follow up, and we'll go over everything before I let you go. Okay, 2 of 3 delivered. We're just headed to Litchfield. I don't know how far it is away, but yeah, great day, you know, can't complain. 120 bucks in just under, let's see, 4 or 5 hours. I'll have to check. But yeah, days like this are great, you know. I really can't complain. You know, I didn't know exactly where I was going to go today. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. But, you know, once you hit record, sometimes things just work out. So I'm feeling grateful. Let's knock out this last delivery and head home. Okay, so today we drove 124.8 miles and we reached about $122, give or take. So overall, not too shabby. So yeah, if Uber Eats is something that you've been interested in, you know, I highly recommend applying and just going for it, because it's, as you can see, it's definitely worth it. You know, it takes some time to figure it out, and I'm still learning each day that I do it. But you know, it's really, there's no other job I can think of where I can make $120 and easy, you know, as easy as this. So, and you know, work is work is work is work. You know, you put in time, you get paid, you go home. This is just something that I love to do, and you can do it too. So like I said, I highly recommend you applying to Uber Eats and just start doing deliveries. You know, you don't have to do rideshare, you don't have to do shop and deliver orders, but definitely put in some time and you will get rewarded. So yeah, overall I'm feeling good. All right, so that looks like it'll do it for tonight's video. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. It always helps the channel. I got my Venmo and PayPal set up. I'm still working on my Cash App and the Patreon. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, stay tuned for more videos like this coming soon. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.